Mi gente, this is going to blow your mind. And I'm mad at myself that I didn't know this before, right? But the story I'm about to tell you, by the way, I'm going to give credit to the content creator that did a whole 2-part dossier on this stuff, okay? But when I learned this, and I knew bits and part of this, but the content creator put it in a whole picture for me because I had heard things throughout my lifetime that I didn't quite understand. However, because Puerto Ricans are automatically considered citizens, right? So when it comes to everybody else, I didn't know. But you do know that Cuban Americans, or at least the cliche is, that Cuban Americans look down at every other immigrant coming from everywhere else, right? It's always been the perception that they're the gold standard for immigrants, right? But anyway, like I said, go look at her video in total. So there's this thing called the Cuban Adjustment Act, right? And in that act, there's some special provisions just for Cubans that are not given to any other immigrants. Go figure, right? Now, let's just say that a Cuban comes over from Cuba, lands on the United States. Under that Cuban Adjustment Act, they automatically qualify for 8 months of public assistance. So they get a welfare check for 8 months, right? And they also qualified for Medicaid, medical. It doesn't matter what's wrong. It allows them to go into the hospital, allows them to have doctor's appointment. Now think about it, that's 8 months. 4 months later, after being in the US for just 1 year, they automatically qualify for residency or for a green card. And once they qualify for that, they automatically have access to all the benefits all other Americans have worked for. And here's where this gets a little bit interesting. I heard one time, right? Someone said this to me, and I didn't quite understand, and I should have, inquired some more, right? But someone said to me, a grandmother for Cuba can come over here, and without having worked a day in her life, she automatically qualifies for SSI. Now I understand how. So once they're here a year, they qualify for all your other benefits. And so I want you to understand that no other immigrant coming from anywhere else gets this type of assistance. And it really blows my mind that they would look down on anyone knowing that they don't have to work so hard for their citizenship. But you want to know the most interesting part of this that blew my goddamn motherfucking mind? Is that from 1966-76, Carter, Obama, Biden, it all was passed because of Democratic presidents. Democrats is what made this possible for them. Because it was a Democratic president with a Democratic House and a Senate both times that it came up in question. When it first was passed, it was both Democrats. And when I go and I look at the statistics of how many Cuban Americans voted for Trump, it's sitting at 68%. And he won Miami-Dade, by the way. Ain't that some goddamn bullshit? Oh, my God. I'm speechless. So here's the thing. I don't know if y'all know, I said it in another video. There's a fuck around and find out TikTok. I cannot wait until Stephen Miller and Trump evaluate how much money they have invested into the Cuban American community and know that it was a Democrat that did it. You know that shit is going in the trash quicker than you can say trash. Shaking my goddamn head. Mi gente. And I just want to add one more tidbit. Y'all did know that Mexico owned 15% of the United States that was given up in treaties, just so that you know. A portion of our lands was theirs. I'm done.